Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. It is not my ritual that failed. I did not enter her. They are faking it to take responsibility away from Ebony. I did not enter Ebony. I didn't do anything to Ebony. It's not my ritual that failed. It's her jealousy that has consumed her. When the news got to High Priestess Yemi Adiola that Ebony's family was calling her names all over the place, accusing her of controlling Ebony with charm, she was furious. She didn't hide it. She didn't pretend to be calm. She called it what it was, nonsense. That night, she stormed into the private chamber where a few elders had gathered, her voice steady but charged with anger. Let them say it to my face, she said. Let them bring proof that I entered Ebony. Since when did truth become witchcraft in the palace? Her words sent silence around the room. The elders looked at her. Everyone had heard what Ebony's family said, that Yemi was spiritually manipulating Ebony, making her demand things, making her talk recklessly to the great lion, turning her from a respectful wife to a woman possessed with greed and anger. They even said she was doing it through spiritual cord that she tied during a cleansing ritual a few months ago. Yemi Adiola looked at them one by one and said, it's not my ritual that failed, it's her jealousy that consumed her. Her tone was sharp. They forgot who I am. I am a priestess of the Ogidigba dynasty. I don't beg spirit to obey me. They know me. If I wanted to control Ebony, would be sitting here. Ebony would not be sitting here. Would I need to hide? I would stand and say it boldly, but I didn't. That woman's problem is not spiritual. It's an emotional problem. She is drowning in envy. She is dragging me into it. I have nothing to do with it. I am not controlling her. She turned to one of the elders, a man who had known her since childhood. You know me. She said, I don't meddle in people's marriages. They come to me crying, begging for peace, and I help them. When things started to go wrong, suddenly it's me. If I had failed in my ritual, why is the great lion still standing? Why did the palace still receive favor? The same mouth that said my prayer saved his house now says my hands are dirty. I will not take that insult. Yemi was very, very furious upon hearing what the Ogidigba, part of the Ogidigba dynasty, was saying about her. They are saying I entered Ebony. Entered her how? With air, with spirit. They should tell me the time and place. They should tell me the word I use. They should show me one witness who saw me doing any of these things, because I am tired of people using my name to cover their own shame. Meanwhile, word had already reached Ebony that Yemi Adiola was fighting back. Ebony, in her usual anger, told her family that the priestess was trying to intimidate them. She's scared, Ebony said. That's why she's shouting. She knows what she did. She knows she used something on me. I can feel it. I don't act like myself anymore. I say things I don't plan to say, and I dream of her face and all of that. You said things that you do not plan to say. Won't you control your temper? Won't you control your emotion? Because it is emotion that can make you to be saying things that you do not plan to say. And now is Yemi. Hey. Yemi said that it's jealousy that has consumed Ebony. Yemi said that she has begged Ebony. She has told Ebony, if she does not leave the jewel alone, that things will happen to her that she will never believe. That she's going to plunge into a very mighty shame in her life. That she will be thrown and forgotten from the palace if Ebony does not leave the jewel alone. That she personally want Ebony to leave the jewel alone. Allow the jewel deal with her own problems and let Ebony deal with. She said she has told Ebony time and time again that what is between the jewel and the great lion, there is nothing anybody can do to take that away. So when they gathered Ebony's family to, try and fix this problem, elders and everybody, they say High Priestess Yemi came out and she came prepared. She said, if you want to blame me for what is happening to you right now, let me tell you something you have refused to hear. Since the beginning, I warned Ebony several times to leave the jewel alone. I told her the jewel's destiny and the great lion's destiny were tied years back ago. You can't separate what the gods have already joined in spirit. The whole world can collapse, but the jewel and the great lion will not separate. They may walk apart for a time, but their love will always find its way back. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can take that away. Look at your daughter, Ebony. Ask Ebony if I have told her this time and time again. Ask her, Ebony, have I said this to you so many times? Yes or no? They say Ebony did not answer. She asked, have I said this so many times to you? Yes or no? They said the room went quiet. Her word hung heavy like, thunder cloud. The elder's uncle tried to interrupt her, but Yemi raised her voice sharply. No, not now. Let me finish. I have warned your daughter many times. I told her that jealousy is a sickness that eats the soul before it kills the body. I told her that if she keeps competing with the jewel will bury her. The jewel will shame her. The jewel will move her out of the palace, and her name will be erased from the palace diary. I said these things clearly. Did she listen? No, she laughed. She said she will make the great lion forget the jewel. She said she will show the palace that she is the true queen. And now when everything I warned about has come to pass, you are here shouting my name, blaming it on me. Why? They say Ebony's mom trembled. Like, you are saying her daughter brought this upon herself after everything she's been through, after losing the great lion's favor. And why did she come to you so many times for help? Why didn't you tell her you couldn't help? Why? Yemi said, I have told her so many times, and she will cry, she will beg, I should do whatever I can. All of the times I tried to work for Ebony, I was trying to do whatever I could to help her. I was trying to do whatever I could to, calm down the mind of the great lion. Most of those times that the great lion even looked at her was because of the things I did. I didn't do it to harm our king. I did it to soften his heart towards Ebony. And now you said it's me. How is it me? What have I done that is wrong against you or the king? Why do you want to put the blame on me? Why not yourself? Why not the things that you have been doing? Calling the jewel names when you shouldn't be calling the jewel names, fighting with the jewel over and over, even when every other person who lives in that palace, decided to back down so that they can win the mind of their king again. You decided to continue, and things are falling apart for you, and you're trying to put it on me. How is it my fault? Am I the one who is so envious of the jewel? No, it is you. And what you see now is the consequences of your action. They say everywhere was quiet. They say everywhere was quiet. Even Ebony didn't know what to say again. She just kept quiet. And she was just crying and crying and crying, as we are hearing. She was just crying, not knowing what to do. Apparently, they were actually thinking that their new narrative will fly, but it did not fly. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.